Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we'll do application problems today from linear equation. We have already learned how to solve a linear equation. So now today we are going to learn how to solve problems, word problems. Okay. So now you need to follow certain rules in this. Like in your word problems, they are not going to tell you to add or subtract directly. Like in normal linear equation, you get a equation where addition symbol, subtraction symbol, multiplication, division, everything is clearly written over there. So you are able to do the operations, right? But here in word problems, nothing like that will be written. You will have to frame an equation by reading the question. Okay, so if you are supposed to add, okay, so the words used, the terms used for adding will be like, sometimes they may say uh, like a number, or a number is 5 more than, okay, or 2 more than another number. Okay, so when you hear this word more than, you are going to add. Okay, so you will be adding it. Or it is greater than. Okay, so all these words, or exceeds, all these things, it says that you are supposed to add it. Okay, so in the word problem, you'll be given these kind of words. Okay, there's a friend who has 5 chocolates, let's say, or some number of chocolates, and they will say that there's another friend who has got 20 more than the previous friend's number of chocolates. Okay, so in this case you will have to just add. Understood? So those kind of words will be used. All right, now for subtraction, again it's going to be read as less than, or uh, or they may say that it is less than. When you say in subtraction, you have to be careful when they say because addition is simply you just add two numbers, right? You write the 5 plus 4 or 4 plus 5, it doesn't actually matter. But in subtraction, it does matter. If you write 5 minus 4 or 4 minus 5, it's going to give you a completely different answer, right? The sign symbol changes, isn't it? So that's why you should be careful with the subtraction. So anyways, as we do problems, I'll explain how to solve problems. Okay, how to frame the equation. Now when you come to multiplication, this is very important thing. So for multiplication, they use the word times. Okay, they may say 5 times. There is a number which is 5 times the other number. Okay, 5 times, 6 times. So when I say 5 times, you are going to actually write 5 into. Okay, 5 into some number, whatever number it is. Okay, and 6 times, 7 times. So all the times is actually for the multiplication. Now if it is 2 times, they usually don't use 2 times, they use twice. Okay, so when you see twice, you are going to write 2 into that particular number, whatever they are asking you to do. And 3 times is not written as 3 times, they usually use the word thrice. Okay, apart from these two, for 4, 5, 6 and all, they just use times. Okay, so you should know when to multiply. So now let's come to exercise 3.2. I have run few problems from this exercise. So let's see. Question number 1, it says, if you subtract, so see, this is a subtraction problem and they have given you directly. So if you subtract half from a number, so there is a number from that number, so the from is a very important thing over here. Okay, so you are subtracting 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by half, you get 1 by 8. See, now when you read it once, you will never understand. Okay, you just go to the you just read it once, the whole question. If you come to the next statement, it says what is the number. So whenever they ask a question, you just assume that thing. So they are saying what is the number, so you say let the number be x. So that's going to be your first statement in all the question. Okay, whatever they are asking you to find, you just assume that to be x. Okay, now your number, the number which you are going to find is going to be x. Okay, now they are saying if you subtract, so 1 by 2 has to be subtracted from a number. So that number we have assumed it as x, right? So from this x, so x should be written first. Understood? You should not write 1 by 2 minus x. It's x minus 1 by 2, because from x you are subtracting 1 by 2. Okay? So if you subtract 1 by 2 from x, so see, x minus 1 by 2, and multiply the result. So the result is going to be this, right? X minus 1 by 2, whatever it is after subtraction, that's what is going to be your result. But x is not a number, so we of course can't subtract it, we just keep it as it is. So this is the result, right? So this result is multiplied by 1 by 2. So you are multiplying this by 1 by 2. So you write 1 by 2 here or in front, it doesn't matter. See, I have written in front over here, and here I have written after this. So it doesn't matter actually. Okay. So then after multiplying it, you get. So you get is equals to 1 by 8. Understood? So this is your equation. So you have framed it. So 1 by 2, x minus 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 8. Now let me distribute it, okay? So I am just multiplying this. 1 by 2 into x is 1 by 2. So see, you can do it many ways, okay? You can even move the 1 by 2 to the other side. So, that can also be done, or you can just distribute it like this. 1 by 2 into x is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into negative 1 by 2 is 1 by 4, right? The top gets multiplied, the bottom gets multiplied. That's equals to 1 by 4, alright? So this is going to give you 1 by 2x. So let me move the 1 by 4 to the other side. So I get 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4, alright? Now you take the LCM. So you have to make the denominator same. Only then you can add them. So here it's 8, here there is 4. So let me make this as 8. So to make this as 8, I'll have to multiply by 2, right? So multiply by 2. So I'll have to do the same on top also. So I get 1 by 8 plus this is going to give you 2 by 8. Okay. So the other things remain as it is. So now you get 1 by 2x is equals to, now you can add the 1 and the 2 on top. So 1 plus 2 divided by 8, which gives you 1 by 2x is equals to 3 by 8. Now you can, cross multiply. I mean, you can just move the 2 to the other side. 1 into x is x itself. 2 is at the bottom. When it goes this side, it gets multiplied on top, right? So 3 into 2. So now you can cancel 2 times 4. So you get 3 over 4. This is one way of doing it. See, if you want, you can even do it the other way. That is, you move the 2 to the other side already, okay? So x minus 1 by 2 remains on this side is equals to, if you bring the 2 to the other side, the 2 goes on top, right? So you get 2 over 8. 2 multiplied with the 1 is going to give you 2. So 2 over 8, okay? So now you see x is equals to, so now here it's actually x minus 1 by 2 is equals to, this could be simplified, 1 over 4, right? So I can write 1 by 4. Or I can say x is equals to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Now you see, if I want to add them, I'll have to make the denominator same. Here it's 4, here it's 2. So let me make this 2 also as 4. So I can multiply this by 2, right? Only then it will become 4. So I get x is equals to 1 plus 1 into 2 is 2 divided by 4 here and divided by 4 here. So this actually gives you 1 plus 2. I can write the 4 directly, which gives you 3 by 4. So that is what you got the answer earlier also, right? So you can do it either ways. Understood? Okay. Now come to sum of two numbers is 95. The fourth question. See, the second and third you have to solve it as a homework, okay? Now, sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the number. So again they're saying find the numbers. So you are supposed to find two numbers. So let's say let one number be x we have taken. Now what are they saying? Sum of two numbers is 95. One exceeds the other by 15. That is, if one number is x, the other number exceeds. So as I told you, exceeds means you are supposed to add, right? If one number is x, the other number is exceeding the first number by 15. So the other number is x plus 15. Okay. Now they are saying the sum of these two numbers is 95. So these two numbers are x is one number, x plus 15 is another number, and you are supposed to find the sum. So sum is actually adding again. So adding these two gives you 95. That's the question. So you get a equation. So this is the equation you have framed. So now x plus x is 2x plus 15 is equals to 95. Now 2x is equals to, move the 15 to the other side. You get 95 minus 15, which gives you, 80. Right? Then after that you have got, after this thing you have got 80, then you divide the divide the 80 by 2. So that's going to give you 40. Okay. So one number is 40. What about the other number? The other number is supposed to be x plus 15, right? So you do 40 plus 15, which is 55. Okay. So these are the numbers. Understood? Okay. Now come to the next question. Now they are saying two numbers are in a ratio 5 is to 3. See, you see this two dots? It's read as is to. Okay. So 5 is to 3. That's all you will write. 5 is to 3. That means it is 5 divided by 3. Alright. Now, what does it mean? That doesn't mean that the number is 5 and 3. Okay. The numbers are not 5 and 3. They are in the ratio of 5 over 3. Okay. That means the number could be anything. After simplification, you have got 5 over 3. Like for example, let me say I got 10 over 6. Okay. the numbers were 10 and 6, you can say that if you simplify it, you will get 2 5s are 10, 2 3s are 6. So you are getting 5 over 3, right? So it could have been 10 and 6, or it could be 15 and 9. So 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 3 is 9. You are getting 5 over 3, right? So for so many things you will be getting 5 over 3. So there is something which is getting cancelled. After cancelling that, only you are getting 5 over 3. So now if you look at the 10 over 6 case, okay, let me say the 10 over 6. You can actually write this as 5 into 2 and 3 into 2. So the 2 was a common term over here which got cancelled and you ended up getting 5 over 3. In this case what happened? It was 5 into 3 and 3 into 3. So in this case 3 was the common thing, right? So that's how you got 15 and 9. So 3 was the common thing which got cancelled. So there is something which is getting cancelled which is common on both of the numbers, and that's how you ended up getting a ratio of 5:3. So we don't know what the number is. So they are asking us to find the number. So what do? We will have to first write the common term, okay, because we know that there is something getting cancelled, and then that's how you got the 5 over 3. So we will say that let that particular common term which got cancelled is x, okay. So that's our first assumption. Let common term be x. So then if it is x, then the numbers are going to be 5 into x and 3 into x, right? This x only got cancelled. Like in this case, 5 into 2 and 3 into 2 we had taken, right? So like that, in this case 5 into x and 3 into x. So we are going to find the x now. Okay. So now they are saying these two differ by 18. Differ means what? Difference. That is, they are going to be subtracted. So 5x minus 3x is supposed to be 18. Okay. So differ means subtraction. Alright. Okay. So now 5x minus 3x is 18. So 2x is equals to 18. X is equals to 18 by 2, which is 9. So the common term which got cancelled was 9. So the numbers are 5 into 9 and 3 into 9. 45 and 27. Okay. So if you actually divide 45 and 27, you are going to get 5 by 3. See, 9 5s are 45, 9 3s are 27. 5 by 3. So you are actually trying to find the common term which is getting cancelled first. Okay. So whenever you see a ratio problem, this is how you will do. You will start. You will always assume a common term to be x, and then you will start solving. Okay. Then come to this next kind of problem. So here it says the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 8 is 888. So first you should know what is consecutive number. Consecutive number means the regular next to next numbers. Okay. Now if I say numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 2 are consecutive numbers. 2 and 3 are consecutive numbers. 3 and 4 are consecutive numbers. Okay. If I say 5, 6, 7, and if I say write 4 consecutive numbers, I can take any 4. I can take these 4 or these 4, anything. Okay. So these are normal natural numbers. Now if I talk about even numbers, let us say I take only even numbers. Okay. And even numbers, I will say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. Now if I say give me 2 consecutive even numbers, so the consecutive even numbers will be, you can take any 2 next to next numbers. Either you can say 4 and 6, or you can say 6 and 8, or you can say 8 and 10, or any 2 numbers. Okay. So consecutive is after you arrange the numbers, the 2 regular ones, the next to next ones. Okay. So here they are saying consecutive multiples of multiples of 8, right? So you are supposed to find the consecutive multiples of 8. So multiples of 8 is what? You will say 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 and so on. Okay. These are the multiples of 8. So if I say consecutive, it's going to be 8 and 16 or 16 and 24 and so on, right? The next numbers. So they are saying that you have to write 3 consecutive multiples of 8. So you need to take 3 numbers, but we don't know which 3 numbers they have taken. It could be these 3, or it could be more than that, a larger number also. So how do I do that? Okay. So if you see it carefully, if I take one of the multiples of 8, the first number to be x, okay, the next number is actually differing by x plus 8, no? I mean, the difference will be always 8 because it's multiples of 8. So the second number is going to be x plus 8. And the third number is going to be x plus 16, or 2 into 8, right? Correct? Isn't it? So x plus 8 and x plus 8 plus 8. That's how you will get the third number. X plus 8 plus 8. So that's x plus 16. Correct? So this is my consecutive multiples of 8. Okay, so I'll have to find out what is this 8, what is this x. If I find the first number x, I'll be able to add 8 and then again one more 8 and get all the 3 numbers, correct? So let me just solve this. So I have already assumed, let the multiples, consecutive multiples of 8 be x, x plus 8 and x plus 16. Now they are saying the sum of these 3 numbers is 888. So add all the 3 numbers. X is my first number, x plus 8 is my second number, x plus 16 is my third number. When you add all these 3, you get 888. Okay, so now you add them. X plus x plus x, 3x, plus 8 plus 16 is going to give you 24, right? So now that's supposed to be is equals to 888. Okay, so now this 3x is equals to 888 minus 24, which is equals to 864, after subtraction. Now you find out the x. X is equals to 864 divided by 3, which is equals to 288. Okay, so the first multiple of x is actually 288. Okay, now the next number is going to be x plus 8, which is 288 plus 8, because x was 288, right? So you add 8 to that, so that gives you 296. Now again x plus 16, so that's going to give you 288 plus 16, which is 304. So the consecutive 3 numbers are 288, 296 and 304. Understood? So now in exercise 3.2, just do the ones which I have done also. So from question number 1 to 8, do all the problems. Okay, so I have done 3 to 4 problems, right? So you copy down from my notes, and then the remaining you try it yourself. Okay, and now for the remaining questions in the exercise, we'll start doing we'll continue with the other questions also. So let's come to this. Okay, so here let's start with question number 9. Okay, here it says the ages of Rahul and Harun are in a ratio 5:7. So as I told you, when I say it's 2, right, what do? You take the common term to be x. See, I have taken, let the common term be x. So what will be the age of Harun? It will be 5x, right? The Rahul is written first, Harun is written second. So 5 goes for Rahul, 7 goes for Harun. Okay, so I'll have to write it as 5x and 7x. Now these are the present age. Okay, this is the present age. All right, now then 4 years later. Okay, so 4 years later means after 4 years. So what will be the age after 4 years? Rahul's age is going to be 5x plus 4 and Harun's age is going to be 7x plus 4, isn't it? So after 4 years, what happens? The sum of their ages will be 56. So when you add the ages 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4, it is going to add up to 56. So I am just adding both the ages for 5x plus 4 plus 7x plus 4, and that's supposed to be equals to 56. Okay, so now you add this. See, these are the like terms. 12x plus 8 is equals to 56. So you solve for the x now. So 12x is equals to 56 minus 8, or x is equals to 56 minus 8 is 48. 48 divided by 12, which is 4. So x is 4. X was our common term, right? So our actually present age of Rahul was 5x and Harun's present age was 7x. So 5 into 4 is 20 years and 7 into 4 is 28 years. So these are their ages. Okay, now come to the 15th question. So I have a total of rupees 300 in coins of denomination 1 rupee, 2 rupee and 5 rupee. See, I am having a 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin. Imagine yourself over there. Okay, you're having 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin and 5 rupee coins. Okay, and all these coins, when you add them up, you are actually getting 300 rupees. Okay, now the number of 2 rupee coins is 3 times the number of 5 rupee coin. So that's the link they have given. So we will let the number of 5 rupee coins be x, because they are saying 2 rupee coin is 3 times the number of 5 rupee coin, right? So you take the 5 rupee coin to be x. Then what will be your 2 rupee coin? It says the number of 2 rupee coin. So see, 2 rupee coin is equals to 3 times. When I say times, you are supposed to multiply 3 into x, which is 3x. Okay, 3 into x is 3x. Okay, you don't have to put a into in between. Just writing 3x means that is 3 into x. Okay, now, and what about the 1 rupee coin now? See, they are saying the total number of coins is actually 160. See, if you add the amount it's 300 rupees, but the number of coins you have is 160. Okay, it's so now 1 rupee coin will be whatever is, like 5 rupee coin is x, and 2 rupee coins you have 2 3x. So 1 rupee coin will be 160 minus these two, right? 160 minus x plus 3x. So 160 minus 4x is going to be your number of 1 rupee coin. Okay, so now they are saying, they are also saying that, adding up all these gives you rupees 300, right? So 160 minus 4x is number of 1 rupee coins, that multiplied by 1 is going to give you the amount, right? Whatever value you have got by 1 rupee coin. Now there are 3x 2 rupee coins, so how much money will you get from adding 2 rupee coins is you multiply 3x into 2, right? And x into 5 is going to give you the total amount of money you are getting from 5 rupee coin, correct? Isn't it? So did you understand this? See, if I say that you have got 4 2 rupee coins, okay, the 4 2 rupee coins means how much are you actually getting from 4 2 rupee coins? You are getting 4 into 2, correct? 8 rupees, isn't it? So that is what I have done. Okay, so I am just multiplying it. All right, so now these all add up to 300. Okay, so now let me combine the like terms. So 160 minus 4x and then plus 6x, 3 into 6x plus 5x is equals to 300. So you get 160 minus, you add all these three, you get 7x is equals to 300. Now subtract 160 and you get 140 and divide the 7, so you get x is 20, right? So the number of, so x is 20, what did we assume x as? Go back and check. We assumed that 5 rupee coins was x, right? So how many 5 rupee coins do you have? 25 rupee coins. And we assume that the number of 2 rupee coins is 3x, so you multiply 3 into 20. So 62 rupees coins were found. And what about 1 rupee coin? So there are 160 minus this whole thing, this two are added together, right? So 160 minus 20 is the 5 rupee coin, A60 is the 2 rupee coin. So 160 minus 80, which is 80. So this is the number of 1 rupee coins. Okay. So now we come to the last question, question number 16. See, the organizers of an essay competition decide that a winner is the competition gets a prize of rupees 100, and a participant who does not win also gets a prize, and he gets a prize of rupees 25. Okay, so the total prize money distributed is so much, 3000 rupees. So these organizers have 3000 rupees with them, and they are going to distribute this among the participants and the winners. Okay, the participants who have not won and the participants who have won. So they are giving amount of money to everybody. So the ones who won are getting 100 rupees, and the ones who did not win get 25 rupees. Okay, and the total number of participants altogether were 63. So there are 63 members. You are supposed to distribute this money properly. So let us say that the number of winners are x. Okay, because they are asking you find the number of winners, right? So we will say let the number of winners be x. So the total participants were 63. So obviously the ones who did not win are going to be 63 minus x, correct? Because 63 are the winners and total members who participated were 63. So 63 minus x is going to be the ones who did not win, right? Now the prize money, how much money is supposed to be given to the winners? 100 rupees, correct? So x number of winners are there, so how much money will be going in distributing the prize for the winners? It is going to be 100 into x, right? Correct. 100 into x will be the money given to the winners, and the money given to the non-participants, so the for the ones who did not win, are going to be 63 minus x are their number. Yeah, so many people are there who did not win. So this multiplied by 25, because each one is getting an amount of 25 rupees, right? So you multiply this. Now both added together, the winner's money plus the non-winner's money added together should give you 3000 rupees, right? So you add them up. 100x plus 63 minus x into 25 should be equals to 3000. So 100x plus, so you multiply 63 into 25, you get this. Then 25 into x, you get 25x is equals to 3000. Now 100x minus 25x, so subtract these two, you're going to get 75x plus 1575 is equals to 3000. So subtract 1575. So you get this. See, these calculations I have done it directly for you. You people can cross check it, and please try doing it. Get used to the calculations, okay? And divided by 75, so you get 19. So there were 19 winners. Understood? Because X was our assumption to be 19 winners. So complete the whole thing. So in this, from this page, so question 9 to 14. Actually question 9 I have included, so you can just take question 9 also. Okay, copy everything, question 9 to 16 actually. Okay, write everything, question 9 to question number 16. Write all the questions in the classwork. Okay, all right, then we'll see you with the next video in the next week. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.